Hello, hello. Welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Taurus December 2020 general love reading. How are you all doing? Hope you're really well. Thank you so much for tuning in. So let's get into it, Taurus. I'm going to be asking for some general messages for you first, and then we'll go into the main spread afterwards. So for Taurus in love, this is Taurus for Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, and you could also be connecting with a Taurus. So let's see. Taurus in love in December 2020. Get some general messages, please. Oh, okay, I'll take that one. Get a couple more for Taurus, please. In love in December 2020. A couple more for Taurus, please. Thank you. Get another one for Taurus in love in December 2020, please. The Taurus viewers. Make a message for Taurus. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, let's see what we've got here, Taurus. So the first thing that popped out almost immediately was the Ten of Cups. So that is beautiful. That is extreme, like blissful happiness. It can also be about two different families coming together. So obviously we do have the holiday season coming up, so you could be celebrating with family, and also perhaps your family and your partner's family coming together. Can also be some sort of reunion, bringing a whole lot of happiness. So that is gorgeous. And it's also about the family that we create ourselves rather than the one that we're born into. So the family that you create with your partner and the children that you have. So regardless, it's just super happy, blissful fulfillment. Gorgeous. So next we have the Queen of Wands, which is a very passionate, confident character. She's self-assured, she feels in her power, she's feeling sexy and attractive, so that's amazing as well. And then we have this Page of Swords, which can often be about keeping an eye on someone from afar, sort of taking in information it's like people watching kind of energy here. Learning from keeping an eye on someone rather than communicating. It can also be about the need to find out information or just do some research. So maybe someone's been keeping their eye on you, Taurus, or seeing that they consider you, that they could have this family and happiness with you. Just off the top of my head, we'll get far more information yet. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is an offer, but it's a reliable one, and it's a hard-working messenger, but it is very slow in arriving. This knight is their steed is barely moving, basically, so it can be quite hesitant, or something that's taken a long time, this offer to arrive. But when it does arrive, it's something you can rely on. But let's see what's going on. Okay, so the Three of Cups there behind it. So this can be about celebrating together, having fun, can be about friends hanging out, or just the offer to meet up, enjoy each other's company. So, oh wow, and we've got the Lovers behind that. So it's Gemini energy. Oh, sorry, that's just my dog barking or coughing in the background. He's all right. Sorry about that. So, okay, but this is looking really good. I mean, and what I see here is it may have just been someone quite hesitant to ask you to go for a drink. It was just an offer that's been, you've been waiting for them to do this, but there is this strong love connection here with the Lovers. So that's looking good. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands, someone who's been quite guarded, or even a bit not wanting to let somebody in, kind of get to know them, not wanting to be vulnerable, kind of putting their walls up. And there may be someone who's been now is like regretting doing this to you, even Taurus, or there's been some sort of disappointment and sadness, and kind of focusing on maybe mistakes that they've made that have caused sadness. And then we have the Knight of Wands behind that, which is really rushing in without hesitation. So this could be someone who has previously was very guarded or standoffish with you, kind of realizing their mistake or feeling quite sad that they behaved in this way, and wanting to rush in impulsively now, and sort of really go after what they want courageously. But let's get some more information for you, Taurus. So can I get some more messages for Taurus, please? I'm kind of mixing it up this time, Taurus, from the last couple of months. adding in a couple of more decks. So please do leave me a message or comment if you like this new layout. Let me know what you think. Let's get some more messages, please, for Taurus. Can you just clarify what is happening for Taurus, please? Please clarify these general messages with some more for Taurus. Get one more at least for Taurus, please. Thank you so much. Interesting. Okay, so the first thing that came out is the Page of Cups. So yeah, there's like an emotional offering coming in, someone reaching out to you. Maybe they want to apologize. As I said, it could be for acting standoffish with you in the past, for not like letting you get closer to them. But now there's maybe either an apology or just like a reaching out, you know, with affection, a little message coming in perhaps. With this Nine of Pentacles here, again, I feel that's you here, Taurus, feeling very self-sufficient, independent. You're being very successful at this time. You've got everything under control, you know, your home, your money, your career, you're looking great. Really an amazing prospect, and I think this person has realized this. But perfectly independent and happy successful on your own. Now with this Ace of Wands, that's very exciting. This is passionate new beginning. It is action being taken. It's a whole new start. And then at the bottom of this deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So in quite contrast to that Knight of Pentacles, I think you've been waiting for someone to come forward with some sort of offer, perhaps to let's go for a drink, let's meet up. It could have even been like maybe, I just popped into my head, like someone you've been talking to online, potentially with that kind of Page of Swords energy. Maybe someone has been checking you out. Oh, I don't know, this has just popped into my head, like online dating, that kind of thing. Doesn't have to be. And maybe you've been waiting like, okay, well, are you going to ask me out? Are we going to meet up for a drink? And yeah, they see you as hella attractive, very sexy. And now they're kind of wanting to rush in with this Knight of Swords for some passion, for something exciting to happen. So let's see, I'm going to keep these ones to the side so I can bear them in mind as I do your spread. And let's go into it, Taurus. So for the main spread, I'm going to be asking 10 questions that relates to you, the relationship between you and the kind of the person that you're here for, that you have on your mind while you're watching this video. So with the top 10 cards, please, for Taurus. Let's see what is happening between Taurus and their person this month, December 2020. With the top 10 cards, please. Now, of course, this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate. The love is popping out again. But it's not going to resonate with every Taurus out there. So if this isn't your story, then please do check out your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus are normally the best. And check out my other videos. You might want to do that anyway to get some more information. So with the top 10 cards, please, for Taurus. The spread for Taurus, please. Okay, how do you feel about your person, Taurus? Oh, the Ace of Wands, amazing. How are they feeling about you? Eight of Wands, wanting to communicate fast, get things moving. How do they see you? The 10 of Wands, okay. What happened in the past between the two of you? The Moon. Let's move these a little bit. And what is the current mutual energy between the two of you? The Hierophant, your energy, card of Taurus. Now, what are the intentions of this person towards you? Justice. What is it you need to know about their current situation? The World. Interesting. What action are they most likely going to take towards you next, Taurus? Temperance. Oof, a lot of major arcana. That's a card of Sagittarius, by the way, and Justice, card of Libra. Now, what's your advice regarding this person or situation? The Sun, more Major Arcana, directly underneath the Moon. Good grief, Taurus. And what's going to be happening between the two of you this month, December 2020? King of Wands now. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Swords. So you could have been dealing with someone who has been doing a lot of overthinking about a situation, maybe feeling stuck, like there isn't a way forward, or they're not sure how to, if they can be completely open and honest about themselves, and because of that, kind of hiding away, even kind of being trapped in a prison of their own making, of thinking, oh, there's no way for this to work, or, you know, this and that will get in the way, etc. So we have the Five of Wands behind this. So this is a lot of conflict. Could be competition. It could be other people getting involved, some sort of squabbles, maybe even family members, friends. It can be the need to go through some sort of conflict to kind of learn from it, to get stronger. But let's see. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So again, an offer coming in where something may have gone a bit cold, wanting to make a gesture, maybe offer, like, again, this can be, it can be a gift, or it can be, an offer to do something, to meet up. It's reaching out again with something tangible. I'm sorry, my dog's just decided to go for a walk around, so little tippy tappies, that's his feet. I'm sorry about the noise. So at the bottom of the deck, wow, we have the Empress. So this is a card of Venus, so it's beauty and love, but obviously it also does embody some aspects of Taurus as well. So this is very nurturing and loving energy, and wanting to bring abundance and growth to a connection. And there's that Page of Cups again, still feeling, I think throughout, even when this person I feel has been overthinking about something. Now, obviously, everything I'm saying, you can reverse the roles. So if it's more you versus them, flip the roles as necessary. That's absolutely fine, as it resonates for you. But I feel like if whoever's been doing a lot of overthinking has still been feeling quite connected to you, Taurus, feeling there are emotions there's feelings, and wanting to reach out, maybe, again, as I said, apologize. They may have been, as I felt here, they'd like separated themselves, gone into some sort of hermit mode, going into isolation, been doing a lot of thinking, and now maybe about conflict that's arisen in the past that they've gone through, not wanting to repeat that again. But it looks like they're now coming out of that isolation and wanting to reach out to you, wanting that new beginning. So this is looking good. Let me get your next layer, and then we'll have a look what's happening. So for Taurus, please, can we clarify with the top 10 cards? Please clarify what's already laid out. Little puppy. He's just eating some fluff. He's fine. Sorry. I've got all the dog noises today. Okay. With the top 10 cards, please can we clarify? For Taurus. Okay, nope. All right. For Taurus, please, for love in December 2020. Okay. How are you feeling about your person, Taurus? Oof. How are they feeling about you? Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Wow, amazing. Okay, bottom of this deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, the Six of Pentacles. So this is it's earthy energy, and it's being very generous and kind and very giving. Maybe I almost get the sense, I mean, of maybe someone didn't feel deserving of some love and affection in some way. Maybe, you know, if you were offering it to them, maybe they felt like, oh no, I'm not good enough for Taurus, or there's things about me you don't know, that you wouldn't be so generous if you knew this about me. Okay, so we have the Tower behind that. So this is Mars energy here. It's destructive, and it's also some sort of establishment kind of crumbling. Something that someone thought, you know, once this happens, I'm not going to be able to survive, but, you know, I can't let this fall apart. And then once it does, they realize that they are adaptable, that they can persevere, they can still be a warrior afterwards. It's success, you know, surprise and shocking change, but it does make the person stronger with this particular Tower. And the High Priestess here. So needing to trust your intuition, listen to your inner wisdom guides, feeling the need for like spiritual guidance, and listening inside, not really taking action, being quiet, and taking a moment to listen to what your higher wisdom is telling you. So with this, I'm kind of getting, and already with that Five of Wands, the person you were dealing with, Taurus, may have been going through something themselves, some sort of conflict, or something, even perhaps, I got this sense of like some sort of conflict that was designed to make them stronger. And again, here I'm getting this with this Tower as well. It may have been with their work, their job, potentially, or some sort of other element, perhaps something in their family life or their home, that was kind of falling apart and causing a lot of conflict, but it was designed to make them stronger. But in the process, they were kind of blocking you out, perhaps. Now, okay, the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. So this is, again, lovely. This was here at the beginning as well. A lot of happiness, romance, very sweet energy. I mean, it's so like charming, the way she's like kissing her head. Again, it's being very kind and loving, and a lot of blissful happiness here. But it's also that sense of completion of a cycle, maybe coming back together, that kind of like, don't worry, I still love you, you know, I still have all these sweet feelings for you. And then we have the Moon, which here is, the Moon is about, it can be about fantasy, imagination, dreaming of someone else, and also about harmony, of coming together in beautiful harmony. So maybe you've been dreaming about this person, imagining coming back together with them. And if they've perhaps been giving you the cold shoulder or acting disinterested recently, or focusing very much on their own thing, and you've been very patient trying to wait for them, but also, yeah, I get the sense you've been very patient, very generous, Taurus, and they've been dealing with their own thing, which has maybe even meant that they've had to go through their own spiritual journey here. I could pick these cards up, that'd be great. So how you're feeling about them, we have two aces here, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So you feel very much like you want a new beginning with this person. You feel a lot of passion and love for them. I'm getting love, even though, okay, so love isn't necessarily here with these two cards, but I mean more that you have a lot of passion, and I've already seen that you have been very kind and giving to them. So you definitely feel like you want a new stable beginning. You're maybe very attracted to them. You feel like, yeah, you want to perhaps offer them some sort of stability as well. How they feel about you. So now this particular Eight of Cups is talking about someone, I don't know if you can see on this camera, but they have walked away in the past and they are retracing their steps in the snow here. This is someone who had wanted to go it alone, and then after leaving to do so, to go into isolation. The traditional Eight of Cups and the Rider-Waite deck is someone walking away to go off into the mountains to become that hermit. So I feel here, this is depicting how this person has probably already done this to you, and they feel like they want to return now. They're wanting to come back in. Interesting how we both see like very snowy scenes here. Again, a very cold, something that went cold between the two of you, wanting to come back, wanting to communicate, wanting to get things moving, maybe, you know, to heat things back up, coming in quite quickly. They feel like they maybe want to talk to you about something. Now, interestingly, I'm just going to point this out first, how they see you and what happened in the past. We had the Queen and King of Swords come up next to each other. You could be dealing with an air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but not necessarily. But it's more just that these two people are kind of have their backs to each other. And I'll get on to the meaning of the King of Swords here in a second. But I feel like there was a clash and people who weren't really seeing eye to eye. So how they see you, with this Ten of Wands, I was already getting that they may see that you've kind of given up, or even if you feel like you want this new beginning with them, very much so. But for their perception, they see that you've kind of were putting a lot of effort into this and have got to the point of feeling like this isn't going to work. That no matter how much effort I put into this, it's not coming to fruition. So kind of at the point of letting it die, give up, like almost feeling like you've put a lot of effort in for no reason, like it was a waste of time and energy. And here with this particular Queen of Swords, it's the only card I've seen in all the tarot decks I've seen so far with a broken sword, and it's here. She's actually snapped her sword in two. Now she's holding the blade with one hand, so this has been very painful, but process, but it's the idea of giving up on an idea. The sword is representative of, like, obviously mental ideas and thoughts, and this is a woman feeling, she's like looking back over her shoulder, kind of scorned, definitely a sense of giving up on an idea, giving up on something that she felt very strongly about, and giving up on it has caused in itself, it's been quite hard, quite painful. But that's how they're seeing you. Now, what happened in the past, I was getting the sense that someone was worried about letting somebody in, letting someone see things they didn't want them to know. Maybe they thought, oh, as I said, once you know this about me, you're not going to want to be so kind and generous to me. So I feel that there was fears and maybe something hidden potentially underneath the surface, or trying to hide something because fearing that if you saw the real them or the reality, that you wouldn't want to continue down this path with them. Now with this King of Swords, this is, again, it's having an idea, but also it's meeting with a lot of what's the word, kind of backlash. That's the word. It's meeting with a lot of backlash in regards to an idea or held beliefs or the way that you think, and having to kind of fight off a lot of other people. And it's really, the King of Swords here is in battle. It can be like their thoughts are also quite chaotic, or you know, in a lot of conflict here. So it could have been that also perhaps this person was dealing with backlash for how they thought about something, or their ideas on something, where they were having to go through this conflict with other people. But because of that, there were fears, and there was things being hidden, maybe fearing backlash, that if you knew how they felt about something as well. Now, the current mutual energy, we have your card of Taurus, the Hierophant, and we have the Emperor. It's an interesting combination. So the Emperor is Aries energy. So, I mean, the Hierophant is that higher level of commitment. It's establishments for sure, like marriage and the church, higher learning, spirituality, and kind of it's having faith. It's things that are sacred. And with this Emperor here, it's a very interesting Emperor card for me. Obviously, the Emperor is someone who is a leader. He's in charge. But this particular Emperor, he's not sitting on his throne, as you can see. He's actually sitting on the floor in the lotus position. The throne itself is kind of cracked, which I hadn't noticed before. It's not even wearing his crown. It's speaking about someone who doesn't feel completely worthy of the throne. And this is why he's sitting in a very humble position of learning. So the current energy may still be someone who doesn't necessarily feel completely up to the task of taking charge in terms of being in a commitment. Maybe someone is feeling wounded from battles that they've gone through, as I said, and so you could be dealing with even someone who went through a breakup potentially, and it was quite destructive in how, even in their ego, how it made them feel that maybe they're not ready for another commitment just yet. So that could be the current mutual energy. But I'm also getting a sense of someone prepared to learn. They're willing to kind of admit they have a lot to learn. Maybe even needing to get in touch with some guidance, or have faith that things can get better, or they can get stronger. This Emperor is not giving up as such, and not saying, well, I'm just not good enough. He is like, okay, I need to learn, I need to get better to be worthy of sitting in that throne. So the intentions of this person towards you, Taurus, definitely to make things right with you. If they feel that they maybe treated you unfairly in the past, that's what I'm getting the sense they do want to come in and apologise with that Page of Cups that we saw already. But here with the Six of Cups, this can, in other decks, can also be about an apology. But here it's someone who misses you, feeling quite sentimental, or looking back on the times that you've had together already, or maybe how sweet you were to them, hoping that they can have that time with you again, wanting to reconcile, their intention may be simply to come back into your life here and to make things right, to be more honest, even with this sword that the Justice card's holding directly up, maybe to tell you the truth of things. Maybe they weren't completely open with you before, and I feel like their intention is to do the right thing. And they might even want to come in and kind of explain themselves, to try and explain why they were acting like that before. What you need to know about their current situation is interesting. It's the World and Three of Cups here. So the World is closing of one chapter and starting a new one. It's something coming to completion. So it may be that they are closing out a chapter, or have already done that, so that they can, the World is also about travel sometimes, like wanting to move to a new destination. Can be emotionally, like inside as well, wanting to leave behind something. And with this Three of Cups, this is happiness, celebration, fun. And we saw that before about wanting, possibly to ask you out for a drink or something. So I'm getting so far their current situation may be closing out certain chapters in their life, and coming to a point where they are actually enjoying things more, having some more fun, maybe even being a bit more lighthearted at the moment, in a positive sense, not in like a foolish way. The action they're most likely going to take towards you next. So we have Sagittarius energy here, and more fire with the Princess of Wands is like the Knight of Wands here. So I feel like the action they're going to take towards you next is to be a bit more balanced, have some inner balance in themselves, and then to come towards you to go after what they want. But this particular Princess of Wands also speaks about knowing they might need to make some sort of offering to, it can be about sacrifice or compromise, to achieve what they want. So if perhaps in the past they were a bit more like, no, it has to all be my way and not really letting you work in harmony with them. Now they are going to be coming towards you in a more balanced sense, maybe in a more, not... I just get a sense of calm here, and not so like of extreme. And again, with this is definitely passionate and wanting to heat things back up with you, and being, maybe really drawn to you, really like desiring you for sure, but willing now to do so in a more balanced way with you, to maybe compromise as well. What is your advice regarding this personal situation? It's interesting. Again, we have the Sun. Obviously, some readers say it's the card of Leo, but for me, it's more just about the Sun. It's about happiness, a new dawn, success. This is also someone, it's quite a solo energy here with this particular Sun. This is someone kind of victorious, on a successful path now, radiating beautiful light. And with this Nine of Wands, it's an interesting combination, because this is about putting up a wall kind of on purpose, putting up defenses. So we'll get some more clarification here, because it could be that someone is still going to have their wall up, still going to be very guarded. Now, in terms of your advice, it could be, don't be too guarded, but I'm not getting a sense that you are feeling particularly guarded with them, because you're feeling like a huge new opportunity with this person. And as far as I can see, that's what you want with them. So we'll get some more information on that, about this sense of the defenses. But what's going to be happening between the two of you this month, Taurus, is stunning. So we've got the King of Wands and this Ten of Pentacles. This King of Wands is about something coming back to life, and someone taking action to bring something back to life. This is the Phoenix rising from the ashes, something that seemed over, and I get a sense that they may have walked away from you in the past. You've completely given up. You're like, this is hopeless. You're doing your own thing. But this King, is bringing that Ace of Wands. It's bringing the new beginning, bringing something back to life, taking action to go after what they want. And this particular Ten of Pentacles is, it's amazing. It's talking about family again, but also marriage, long-term commitment, abundance, happiness. For me, it's like a card of marriage, to be honest. I know the Ten of Pentacles is not always about that. It can be related to other cards, but this particular one, this is wanting to have a family with somebody. So I feel like what's going to be happening this month is someone really going after you and wanting to make this happen, maybe wanting to make a commitment happen, certainly with that current energy being the Hierophant as well. So let's get another layer for you, Taurus. So can we clarify one more time, please, for Taurus, with the top 10 cards? Please clarify what's already laid out. Taurus, please. Clarify one more time. Okay, I've got the Page of Pentacles flipping there. Definitely, I've seen a lot of pages, to be honest. So it might be someone, as I said, not feeling completely worthy of, maybe still feeling not really good enough, but wanting to reach out and offer you something, to make that first little communication to get things started again. The top 10 cards, please, for Taurus. Let me clarify one more time. This deck doesn't want to shuffle. Okay. Okay. See, interesting. Wow. Okay, so at the bottom of this deck we have the World again. So this is a card of chapters closing, cycles ending, new cycles beginning. Can also be about travel. Behind that we have the Lovers. Okay, so again, I feel like this is talking about a connection that you had with someone, which was, there was chemistry between the two of you. You may have felt that there was a budding romance here, or like love between the two of you even. You felt very connected to them. And it may have been something where, again, you feel like this chapter has ended and it's a new cycle is beginning. And there you go again, the Page of Pentacles. Someone reaching out to make an offer. Could just be a little thing like, hey, how have you been? But, actually it's wanting to start something back up with you. Yeah, and we have the Chariot at the bottom of this deck. So forward movement here, victory, like overcoming obstacles, moving forward. So that's, and then the Knight of Wands again. So someone wanting to go after what they want passionately, impulsively, without hesitation anymore. So there could have been someone who was doing a lot of holding back in the past from this connection, maybe needing strength to overcome a situation in their own life first. But yeah, I get a sense of someone who was holding back a lot and no longer. They're now rushing forward. Lots of forward movement here with the Chariot and the Knight of Wands there. So clarifying how you feel about this person, yeah, we have the King of Cups. So I feel like, the King of Cups, you could be connecting with a Scorpio, Pisces, or, oh my God, my brain, Cancer, I'm sorry. It could be a water sign, not necessarily. But you feel like potentially that you have a lot of love for this person, which is what I said when I first pull these two aces out. Or it could be that you feel like they may have had feelings for you but were holding back. But I guess more of a sense that you feel a lot of love for them. You're quite mature with your emotions and quite understanding. And you feel like you want a new beginning with them. Maybe you want them to offer it to you, or you just really want something real, like nothing wishy-washy anymore. Like, are we doing this or not? Like something tangible. And yeah, you want something to begin again with them. How they're feeling about you is clarified by the Temperance card. So again, card of Sagittarius, and just like they're actually going to take towards you next, I feel like they may be feeling more balanced now in their emotions. They feel like they want to reconcile, to come back to you. Yeah, for sure. And now, interesting how they feel about you. We had the Ace of Wands, and now how they see you. We have the Ace of Wands again. So interestingly, what is clarifying here, but they may see that this has already happened, that this ending happened, that you gave up on trying to communicate with them, you gave up on this idea. But they now may see that maybe communication has already started back up between the two of you, and it's moving, quite quickly. It could also be that they see that you kind of wrapped this situation up yourself in the past. But I feel like they may see that you have given up on trying to communicate, but that they want very much with how they feel and how they see you. They want to get talking with you again. What happened in the past, yeah, there was a lot of waiting. I feel like you were waiting on this person, and there was, maybe they did a lot of reflecting on what this connection was together, or whether they could show you how they really felt, or what they were hiding, or wanting to, or it could have just been like, well, if I tell them how I feel about something, how I think of, what they didn't want to have exposed, will it work? I just feel like it was someone being very reflected, doing a lot of thinking, kind of worrying and fearful, and yeah, not much action as such, just more kind of, again, I'm getting that sense of, should we take it to the next level? Should we meet up? Or should I offer something to Taurus? And not much action, which I feel is why you ended up kind of giving up on this. Interestingly, the current mutual energy is clarified by the Four of Cups. So Could be someone now wanting to reach out and you're not sure. I'm not really getting that, because you feel like there's massively this new beginning with this person. Let me get some clarification on why is this Four of Cups here for the current mutual energy with Taurus and their person. It's the Tower popping out. So, let me see. Okay, well, it could be that then they're wanting to avoid some sort of disaster, or because things have the foundation in this connection that what you built has already kind of crumbled away. Okay, interesting. You could be giving them the, oh God, the Four of Cups clarified by the Four of Cups. Okay, anything else to clarify this Four of Cups, please? I was going to say it could be you giving them the cold shoulder now, Taurus. Not really getting that though. It could just be someone realizing they may have, like, they really missed an opportunity with you because they were giving you the cold shoulder in the past and now wanting to come back. Anything else in the Four of Anything else in the Four of Cups, please? Okay. What do we have here? And yeah, so now we have the Seven of Wands. So it could be someone feeling, you could be feeling defensive, Taurus. You could be making this person kind of work for it if they are coming back in, maybe because they acted disinterested to you in the past. Now you could be flipping it on them, now acting kind of disinterested to them, because if they see you as this Queen of Swords, you could still be feeling quite like you did enough already. Now you could be feeling quite annoyed even with them, or quite reproachful of them now trying to come back in. But it is someone trying to return with this Six of Cups, wanting to make that offer. Yeah, so again, it could actually be them reaching out with this offer to you, and now you're giving them you're not letting them in easily. I'm getting, I feel like it, and yeah, and standing up for yourself. With your card here, I feel like you are kind of in the position of power, and with this Emperor sitting on the floor, like subjugating himself, I feel like it's more like you are the more powerful here now. This person is acknowledging that they have a lot to learn, perhaps reaching out to you with an offer, kind of wanting to come back in and apologize, and you may be kind of not just letting them do it too easily, if you see what I mean, which is fair enough. I think you were very generous to them in the past, so you may be feeling like, I did a lot and now you're wanting to come back in. When you've made me feel like giving up. So with these aces, you could just feel like they are offering you a new beginning at this time, but you're not sure about whether they do even have true emotion. Now, their intention towards you, Taurus, is clarified by the Magician. So definitely they want to make something happen with you. I feel like their intention is to use, every skill they have, everything at their at hand to make something happen. Now, I definitely feel like they are now taking action, maybe trying to manifest back into your life somehow. But obviously it can be a manipulative energy, but I don't get this here because it's paired with this very true and honest and fair card with the Justice, and this sweet, sentimental Six of Cups. So I feel like their intention is really just to make something happen, make something right with you. What you need to know about their current situation is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So, yeah, I feel like this may just be telling you why their current situation, why they were taking so long to turn up with this offer, why it's taking them so long to actually ask you out, to have some fun and enjoyment with you, is because they were closing chapters in their life of some sort. Now that could be anything. It could be just something to do with their work or family or absolutely anything, or even their home where they were living. But their current situation is now to begin a new chapter, which they may have been hesitant in doing, but now it's to actually have some fun and enjoyment. And I get a sense this person, if they were quite like in a dark, heavy place before, like with that kind of overthinking and with something had crumbled in their life and wanting to, you know, adapt and having to like rebuild themselves afterwards, they're now in a more playful energy. And also with this Knight of Pentacles, again, it's someone you can rely on when they do turn up. The action they want to take towards you, the action they're most likely going to take towards you next, Taurus, is clarified by the Empress. So again, I'm feeling like this is you to them. I feel like they are wanting to compromise, wanting to come forward, go after what they want, and to grow the connection with you, to maybe bring you a gift even, I'm getting, or, you know, bring some beauty and love into this. Their action is to, yeah, grow the connection with you. I feel like it's they want to come towards you because they are seeing you as this Empress. They really feel like you are absolutely beautiful and abundant, and it's wanting to come to you and willing to compromise. I'm getting here with this Emperor, you know, someone saying, maybe I'm not worthy of you and I have a lot to learn. And it's that because they see you as their Empress, but they just haven't felt like they were worthy of you. Now, your advice is clarified by the 10 of Wands. So I'm almost getting that with this 9 to the 10, it may be that if you're, I'm just going to say it, if you're too guarded here, if you put up your wall against this person, which I feel like with this 4 of Cups, you may be kind of giving them the cold shoulder, it may lead to something, you know, like a burden. So again, it's like needing to drop that burden of possibly of being guarded. Let me get some clarification. Why is this 10 of Wands here for Taurus in their advice? Why is the 10 of Wands here in the advice for Taurus? So yeah, I almost feel like there is the opportunity for success here with this Sun and victory and positivity and happiness. But it may be like if you're putting your wall up against this person on purpose, which is what this person does in this particular 9 of Wands, it may lead to someone giving up. Maybe they'll feel like this is over. So let's see, you're going to get some more clarification. Why is this 10 of Wands here for Taurus? We have the 5 of Wands come out already, so it could be some conflict. Why is the 10 of Wands here? Thank you. Yeah, we have the Hermit here. Interesting. Okay, and the Magician, the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles here. It's almost like manifesting what you want and with long-term potential. Let's reflect it. And we've got the 7 of Wands again, clarifying. So I'm just getting the sense, I mean, with him, we have a lot of conflict here with the 5 and the 7 of Wands and the Hermit card. I'm almost getting like, I would say, now obviously it's completely up to you what you do here, Taurus, but if you're putting up your wall on purpose to this person, it may lead to some sort of burden that ends up being, you know, this situation getting dropped. Because I feel like it will lead to some soul search. It might even be, you might want to do some soul searching about what you want here with that the Nine of Cups that flipped, because I feel like what you want, what you've been wishing for, is manifesting, and there is potential for that kind of Ten of Pentacles long-term success. But putting up your wall here, I feel, is going to lead to more conflict. Being extremely defensive with the Seven of Wands and that Nine of Wands is going to lead to more of like a battle with this person. So I feel like it's maybe you need to do some soul searching about what you really want. Do you want this person back? Because I feel like you can have success with that Sun card. You are magnetically drawing them back in. But if you're drawing them back in and then putting up a wall against them, it's going to end up with like a burdened ending. So I'm just getting a sense of, yeah, if you're now doing this kind of like, which I understand why you would, but if you're now doing that, I'm giving you the cold shoulder. And I feel like this person is honestly prepared to kind of acknowledge that they have a lot to learn. But if you're too defensive, it's going to perhaps end with like because it will just become a burden. Now, I've already got the deck out, because what's clarified for what's going to be happening between the two of you this month, Taurus, is clarified by the Page of Swords. So I'm getting like this. I mean, the Page of Swords can be keeping an eye on someone without actually communicating, but I wasn't getting that really. I feel like this person is actually trying to make something happen, trying to bring something back to life. So the Page of Swords could be, it can speak about immature communication. As I said, there were lots of pages coming out, so it could be messages that are not necessarily fully developed. We'll see. Why is the Page of... Oh my gosh. The Seven of Wands again, clarifying. So, anything else? Why is this Page of Swords here for what's going to be happening between Taurus and their person? Why is the Page of Swords here? Oh, wow. Magician again. I just want to say, I don't get drawn into like playing any games like with this person. Now I know I'm probably going to get like all the unlike buttons now for this video. I'm not casting judgment. I'm just saying it as if I would be saying this to a friend. With this Seven of Wands coming up so many times, it's very like defensive and fighting off people. But with this Page of Swords, this is someone who has a lot to learn. They are like a... what's the word? Like an apprentice here, the Page of Swords. So it could even be someone, okay, oh, what was that? Could even be someone coming in and saying, look, I have a lot to learn, but I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to get better, willing to stand up and fight for this. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of, there is someone wanting to bring this back to life, to take action. It could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius with that King of Wands. Kind of almost, there is the opportunity for celebration with family or even long-term commitment here. I mean, obviously this is a card of marriage. But it could just be someone trying to communicate that they still have things to learn. Now, it was clarified by the Seven of Wands again. So it could be someone, certainly, if you're not feeling like you're being defensive to them, it could be someone really wanting to fight for this, wanting to make something happen. And transformation, this Death card is an ending with a new beginning. Something that has ended, and it's the new dawn. The sun is rising in the background here. So I feel like it's someone wanting to bring this back to life, as I said with the King of Wands. Wanting something to have a rebirth, trying to make something happen, fighting for this. But I just feel like someone is still not fully formed, I want to say, with the Page of Swords, and having more to learn, but definitely good intentions to actually make this happen with you now. So I would just try not to have your wall up to them too much, because then it will become a burden. Like, let things, I want to say, let things go with the flow. I want to say, if you want this person and you feel like a lot of love for them, potentially with this King of Cups, and you feel like you want this new beginning with them, then go with it, is what I would say for you, Taurus. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, so sorry about the little noises at the beginning with my doggo. But please do hit the like button. I'd be extremely, extremely happy if you did so. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing some 2021 yearly spreads later in the month. So if you subscribe, then you can see when those are up. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have an amazing December. And thank you again. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.